We've got Kirk Cameron joining us. He wants to talk to us about an alternative to Disney. Kirk, welcome on
Hey
the
man,
show. Love your work, as you know. We are all big fans going back for a long time. And Brave. Tell everybody about Brave for a second here as we dive into the Disney disaster unfolding before our eyes.
yeah, we could talk about that. We're so sad about Disney not doing well at the box. Not really. It's like it's like no surprise. We know why parents and families are not showing up to see Snow White. When you take a beloved classic like that and you strip it of what's good and true and beautiful and replace it with people who are promoting all this woke garbage, people don't want to be a part of it. So that's why I'm leaning into the new Mister Rogers for our kids and grandkids in a new show called Iggy and Mr. Kirk. It's a beautiful kids show that parents can trust without a second thought. And it's going to not only entertain kids and engage their imagination, but actually teach them virtue and character.
Kirk, are you optimistic? Buck and I had a big conversation about this, obviously, this week surrounding the Snow White debacle. Are you optimistic that some of these big companies, even if they don't share the same ideology or political beliefs, are recognizing that a lot of the shows that were universal, and you were in one of them, Growing Pains, The Cosby Show, Family Ties, different strokes. I mean, those shows were made for everybody, 8 to 80, and I don't remember them having major political commentary. I feel like you could sit down and watch them with your kids, your grandkids, and everybody could enjoy them. Are we potentially headed more towards that era, the 80s, the 90s, when the goal was to try to entertain as many people as possible with generally wholesome ideas about innate American goodness? I mean, could that be coming back?
I hope so, and I hope it gets even better than the 80s. I hope we actually take it to the next level. But who knows? I mean, I was listening earlier to that guy that called in, and he's got a 39-year-old girlfriend who was hoping for the assassination of Trump and Elon Musk. What do you do with something like that? It's like, well, wait a minute. Like, how do you even reason with a person like that is just beyond, uh, sane thinking? I mean, she's a 39-year-old. I don't know the woman, but when you're holding the government accountable to not spend trillions of dollars more than it makes, and did you see John Stewart's reaction to what was going on with some of these policies? He's going like,
Yes.
"Holy cow!" You'd wonder, like, is he just having the light bulb come on now? I don't know. I sure hope that people are waking up and that they'll listen to common sense and reason, and that we can get back to the values that lead to healthy families and um, good relationships and wholesomeness and fun. But you never know. There's just craziness out there, and of course, that's what the radical political folks want to do is they want the people on the other side of the aisle to think they're the ones who are crazy. So I think at the end of the day, the beauty of the way the world works is that kids actually show up in homes with moms and dads. They're not produced and owned by the government. And unless we give our kids over to the government for bad stuff, we have the opportunity to actually teach them what's good and true and wholesome and right in our homes. And we've got to do that by the stories we tell them, by the things that we say to them at the kitchen table, and the songs we sing them when they go to sleep at night. And that's what I'm trying to lean into. I'm 54. I got 6 kids and a granddaughter, and I want to be a part of bringing our culture back to what is wholesome and good.
Kirk, you moved to Nashville, I believe, recently. It feels like there are places maybe outside of New York and LA that, and I'm sure there's some of this in New York and LA too, but where there's green shoots of sanity, I would call it. Nashville feels like one of those places. I think maybe it's partly related to country music, where certainly the average country music singer and listener is different than the average pop or rap or R&B artist typically in terms of their politics and the audience that they speak to. I think it means that a city like Nashville, where I live, is more welcoming of diverse entertainment viewpoints maybe than others. Have you found that to be true? Do you see other cities and states developing as entertainment capitals maybe different than the New York Cities and LAs of years past?
Yeah, that's one of the really cool things about technology. With all of its bad qualities, there's also new opportunities for people. You can live anywhere now, and you can be a content creator. You don't have to be in Hollywood under the contract of a big studio. You can have your own show. You can be a, you know, and that's what people are doing. And in Nashville, and the surrounding areas, there's so many creatives. There's so many people who are promoting so many good things. I mean, the Daily Wire folks are right up here. If you like the Daily Wire, there's so many country singers, but also so many faith-based operations, movie makers like the Irwin brothers.
Yep.
Dave Ramsey's right out here. You got Chris Stapleton right down the road. You've got, I mean, there's just, it's weird. You walk into the grocery store, and there's Carrie Underwood, in the cereal aisle, and you end up having these really cool conversations with a lot of people, and by and large, people are wanting to get back to those kinds of Americana, pro family, pro country, pro God messages. And nobody's perfect. No place is perfect. They've got they've got an acute taste for whiskey out here in Tennessee, and it's good whiskey, and that can lead to a lot of problems for people in the entertainment industry. But that's going to be true everywhere. I'm thankful that we're here. I miss the California sunshine, but I really love the people in Tennessee.
We're talking to Kirk Cameron. You all know Kirk Cameron. He's got Brave, a streaming channel, creative stuff for kids. Kirk, and I know that creating our own stuff is a very important part of all of this. I
Yeah,
know that that's something that has been happening. You're doing that with Brave and the streaming service. I'm also, though, curious the degree to which the winds have shifted enough that maybe now conversations with some of the very established players in
yeah,
the entertainment space, basically, do you think that we're at a place now different than we were even a year ago, where
yes.
maybe you could go to Disney executives and say, "Hey, I'm Kirk Cameron. I know how to do this stuff. Let's make a series that all kids of all races and religions and people of different backgrounds, etc., will just enjoy."
Yeah, I think that is possible. And with the success of shows that the big studios never thought would do anything, for example, The Chosen, that's become a cultural phenomenon. I mean, that's everywhere now, and it's in the theater, it's on streaming services. They broke away, and now they're doing their own thing, and everybody wishes that they could do what The Chosen did. And this is about the life of Jesus and his friends. I mean, who would have thunk? But now they're realizing maybe we missed something here, and so people want to make money. I don't think at the very heart of the leadership of these big companies, Disney or those that fund them. I remember seeing a video with Larry Fink. Is that if I got the right guy? If I got the right guy,
BlackRock?
BlackRock, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a video, and they were just talking about Target. And is Target going to come around to really listen to their customers, and that they don't want trans bathing suits for their 5-year-olds? And ultimately, he was saying that Target and these big companies, they're not operating just off of the profits from the customers. They're actually operating off of these giant funds that give them capital, and there's politicians who are funding the funds who are winning based off of political ideology, and they're forcing them to stick with that ideology or lose their capital. So it gets like layered, and goes way up into areas that I'm not all that familiar with. But who knows? I don't think we should wait around for Disney and other big places to answer the clue phone. I think we as moms and dads and as good citizens need to understand that this isn't China, where we have a dictator and a few of their friends make everything happen. I think this is the United States of America, where we have a representative government that should represent our values. And the way they figure those values out is by watching how we do things at the grassroots level, and we hold them accountable. Once we do that, now we can start making our own schools, our own companies, our own everything, and that's what I see happening, and I'm really excited about that.
Kirk, you're a student of media and entertainment, and obviously you're having a lot of success with what you're building. What do you think Walt Disney would think if he looked back at the Disney Corporation now that he put his heart and soul in to found? What do you think his reaction would be to the modern corporation?
I was just watching some reaction videos of Joe Rogan reacting to something or Jon Stewart reacting to something, and wouldn't that be a great reaction video? Walt
Yeah.
Disney reacting to Snow White today. I mean, he would lose his mind because this. I don't know the man personally, but certainly the branding for Walt Disney and Walt Disney World and Disneyland, where I grew up going, it should be the happiest place on earth. And I think Disney today would make him cry because it's nothing like it
I
was
think you're right.
back in the day.
I think you're right. I mean, the man put his heart and soul. He mortgaged his house to be able to make the 1937 Walt Disney Snow White movie. And he built his entire career on, to your point, Kirk, trying to make Disney the happiest place on earth. And I think they've totally destroyed the brand that he built. And I would think it would make him sick.
Yeah, yeah, and if we're not careful, um, you know, because we who have good values have gotten out of places of leadership in Hollywood, in Washington D.C., politics, education. We've outsourced that stuff to other people. People with lesser ideas are really not just destroying a brand like Disney, but destroying the whole concept of those who gave us this country. And when you go back to the founding fathers and the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Bill of Rights, these are revolutionary ideas that brought more freedom, more opportunity, more blessing to the world. And now we've got kids growing up thinking that the United States of America is about white supremacy. They have a completely wrong understanding of things because of the propaganda that's being foisted on them in these places of leadership and culture shaping institutions. So if 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 we do love this country, if we do love the values that it's built on, if we really think that those values lead to blessing, and we need more stuff like Mr. Rogers, and we need stuff like Iggy and Mr. Kirk and companies like Brave Books, then we need to support them. We need to get behind them, and we need to start making more of them.
How do folks go to Brave to stream some shows for their kids that you're working on and have created, Kirk?
Just download the Brave Plus app on your smart TV. Just download the app. It's called Brave Plus, and you can watch the first 3 episodes of my new kids' TV show, Iggy and Mr. Kirk, for free. And then if you want to see the other 20 episodes, we've got 2 full seasons already complete. Episodes on forgiveness and teaching your kids about kindness, compassion, overcoming your fears, working together as a team, faithfulness. Then you can just subscribe. And there's over 50 shows for kids, including old classics like Bob the Builder, Strawberry Shortcake. Again, these are for little kids, 4 to 8 years old. And then new shows like Iggy and Mr. Kirk.
Wonderful. Kirk Cameron, appreciate you, sir. Thanks for being here with us.
Appreciate both of you guys. Thanks so much.
There are a lot of ways you can make yourself healthier. I've become a big advocate of walking, getting to the gym, and taking chalk daily supplements. Some of you were laughing yesterday when I said I could grate Parmesan cheese on my abs. I was exaggerating a little bit, but I'm much closer now than I was before, and chalk is a big part of that equation. In fact, I've got chalk right here in my hand, chalk daily, very well named because it's what I take daily, and they have the top class supplements. I've got a great trainer. I had him go through the chalk site, and he's got 3 different things from chalk that I'm taking every day and have for months. And I'm at the best in terms of shape and energy I've been in at least a decade. So go check out what they've got. Chalk's male and female vitality stacks, for example, they kind of pull it all together for you. Very similar to what I'm doing, but they've kind of got it curated. So the male stack, the female stack, a bunch of different top quality products that you can take daily from chalk. You need energy, you need the right chemistry to be able to get the most out of your day and to feel good. Chalk comes through every time. I also take, by the way, the Chalk Chad mode, which gets me so fired up for my workouts. I'm hitting new PRs and I'm down a whole bunch of weight. So think about that for a second. Go to chalk.com. Check it out today. Chalk, CHOQ.com. Use my name, Buck, and you'll get a massive discount on any subscription for life. Chalk, CHOQ.com. You'll see you'll be great in Parmesan on your abs. Trust me. Go to chalk.com. Use promo code Buck.